Morning. How you doing? Well, the goal is to keep moving the body every day. So join me. Let's do that. Okay. And it's very good to see you again. It is very, very good to see you again. You know, simply moving forward, it get hypnotized much like I can feel the stretch right here. All right. As I'm going, all I feel is all here. It's all there. Unbelievable. I can feel it. Mm. You can really, really feel it. Okay? Look, crystal. Go here. Okay. Bend this. Okay. Okay. That way. Go here. Okay. On our knees. Okay. This here. Here. This one. Okay. Another one. 15. We're counting up to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now that we have done that, okay, all right, then we go like this. Good morning to you all. I'm glad you're here. All right, so then hold on to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did it. We did that. We did that. Right? We got the 15. 9. Oh my. Okay. Back. Okay. If you have deck, let me teach you how to utilize your deck. There's so many things you can do with this deck that will help to straighten up your body. Okay? Strengthen your body. Okay? Define your body. Okay? There's a lot you can do with it. Now wash. You get that? All from your deck. All from your deck. Okay? That's how you do it. All from your deck. Alright? No stress. No stress. All from the deck. Okay? And then, that was 20 we did. Go back to our knee here. Grab this. Okay? When exercising, don't focus on how soon your body will be transformed. When would that be sexy? Well, it's based on what you eat and when you eat it. Okay? What you eat and when you eat it. All right? Consistency in moving your body. All right? You can intensely exercise, or you can do exercises like this, walking, jogging, little by little. Give it some time. All right? If anything, give it good amount of time. Okay? Don't rush yourself. Give it time. Okay? Time will tell. Time will tell. All right? All right. 3, 2, 1. 15 more. 1. Okay. 2. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We did that. We did that. And that's good. It wasn't easy. Nothing promised easy. Nothing easy at all. Now on the back again. To grab the deck and the legs. Okay? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ouch. Okay? You have to do it in bits and pieces. You have to do it in bits and pieces. That was something special. Seriously. My goodness. My goodness. Okay? I'm gonna do it one more time. The 15. Okay? Okay? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh. Whose idea was this? Was it your idea or my idea? It has to be somebody's idea. Whose idea was this? Huh? Who idea was this? Somebody, somebody answer, please. Okay? Who idea was this? Whoa, that's something. That's something special. Mm-mm. We're on break. Seriously. Seriously, we're on break. What? Hmm. Yep, we're on break. What kind of business is this? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. Now, back on our back, utilizing the deck correctly. Okay. We're not gonna make the deck lazy here. All right. Get that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ah, ah. Can you imagine that? We're gonna move on to the next move now. Okay? We're gonna move on to the next move. Two two moves at a time. Two different moves at a time. Okay, we don't want to forget our steps. So two different moves at a time, okay? Alright. Now we are going to um grab this two of the dumbbells. Two of the dumbbells. Okay? Scoop over. Concerned about this water wasting. No wasting water here. Okay? Now, on our back, working on the inner thighs. My people, I party so much over the weekend. Not believe it. I party real hard. And it's catching up with me. My voice. Okay? So here we go. We're going to work out the inner thighs. Right? Here we go. On the back. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay? That was 25. Okay? Now we did that 25, right? The other move will be this. These are 11 point, I think 11.5 or 11 pounds. They are 5 kg. In the last time I checked, 5 kg is 11.5, 11 pounds, somewhere in 11. Okay? So, all right. You put this here. Okay? Come on, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna grab it, 2 of them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, ah, I don't know, but I do know I'm here, and that's the good news. We're gonna do 5 more. We'll go back to the inner thighs workout. We are alternating 2 at a time. Okay? We want that effective results here. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay? Let's go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 more. Completed 15, okay? After that, we'll come back again. We'll try to push to 12, gradually. You have to complete the 15 straight up. Seriously. We are not here to make things lazy here. Come on now. 0 laziness. So, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? My trainer said I have to do 1 more. Then the 5 will complete. Remember. Okay? So, when you get to your number, Do it one more time. Then your knot is correctly complete. At this time, we're going to grab the dumbbell again and work the inner thighs. Okay? Goal is to contour the whole body. All right? You're trying to contour the whole body. So, let's do it. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The inner thighs. On the back. Little bit slide down. Okay. On the back. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 25. Ah, that was something. That was something special. Okay? Nobody promised anything easy, but it will get easier. Once your body get used to it, it will get easier. Ooh, the breeze is welcome. Breeze is very much welcome. Okay? Wow. All right. So then we'll go back to the other one to do 15. So we have to try our best to push it to 15. Okay? We can't make it lazy. Okay? Let's go. Let's do it again. Okay? This time we have to try to push to 15. Let's see how far we can go. We can only try our very best. Okay? All right? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Was it 15? I don't know. I was thinking about somebody special. So, did I say 12 or 15? I do. I do 3 more. I don't want to undercount. That's the thing about it. I don't want to undercount. It's better I overcount than to undercount. Undercounting is a big no-no. Okay? Okay? Let's do it. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have to make sure here, even though we're doing our best, we have to make sure we are actually doing our best. Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to working the inner thighs again. Okay, boy, I partied too bad this weekend. It's not fair how hard I partied this weekend. Mm-mm. It's not fair. It's not fair. My voice is gone. My voice is gone. Okay, let's continue to work on our inner thighs. Okay, let's continue to work on the inner thighs. To work the inner thighs, I grab this dumbbell and the same pound. They both 6 pounds each. Okay, on the back, on my back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Oh, that, they're helping me. My inner thighs. You can't go wrong with it. Make the clothes look prettier on me. We outside. Okay? We outside. So we did that. Okay? Okay. Let's swing the kettlebell. It's here. We have to use it. So let's swing it. At this time, I'm going to put you up there. The camera got to go up there for us to swing, okay? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. The goal of me being live is to encourage somebody. So I pray that you will be encouraged this morning to get up and exercise. tomorrow morning. Let's swing it. Get the water out of the way. Okay. Okay. Take our stand. Yes. What I like about the kettlebell swinging, it works the arms, the legs, and the lower abs. Honestly. Okay? Even without it, I'm already feeling it everywhere possible. So let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Ah, y'all listening to something special here this morning. I got up very early this morning, and I began to talk to myself. I was like, by the way, we had a big party for my daughter her high school graduation and an 18th birthday party. It was beautiful. It was really nice. That's what took my voice. Dancing, yelling. I was outside. I was lying in bed this morning. I went to bed at 10 last night. I woke up 5 something this morning, 5:46, 46, 47 if I'm not mistaken. Okay? I woke up, I was lying in bed like any other person, scrolling on my phone, nothing really. And I said, okay, let me see what I can listen to. And I found this, and it got me out of bed. So I just hope and pray that, oh, where is it now? Come on. Where is it now? I thought I sent it to myself. It's a good message, man. Motivational message. Okay. Yeah, but it's really nice. I don't know. It's gone. gone. But I listen to something else. All right? It's gone. So let's listen to something else. Okay? Let's listen to something else.
She swore it would make me skinny. Instead, I threw up until my body gave up.
You're not failing because the economy is bad. You're not stuck because you don't have talent. You're not broke because you weren't born into the right a philosophy that was designed for someone else. And the hardest part? That philosophy is whispering to you right now, telling you it's someone else's fault. That's the disease. And this is the cure. See, there's a version of you that exists in 2027. Not a fantasy version, not a someday version, a real version. And that version is either going to thank you or curse you. The question isn't whether you'll change. The question is whether you'll change on purpose or by accident. Because the man or woman you'll become is not a mystery. They're the direct result of the daily decisions you're making right now, today, this week, this month. And if that future version of you is broke, lonely, and tired, that's not bad luck. That's not the universe being unfair. That's arithmetic. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Your life isn't complicated. Your situation is. But your life is following a simple equation. Philosophy, attitude, behavior, results, lifestyle. That's it. That's the whole thing. Right now, most people are trying to change their results by working harder at the behavior level. They're saying, I'll just work more hours. I'll just push harder. I'll just find more motivation. But they're ignoring the foundation. They're ignoring philosophy. See, you could have the perfect plan and still fail. You could have the best strategy in the world and still be broke by next year. Because if your philosophy is broken, everything that sits on top of it is just expensive failure with better shoes. So let me ask you this. What is your philosophy about money? About your potential? About discipline? About failure? Not what do you say your philosophy is. Not what sounds good on social media. But what do you actually believe? Because your beliefs are like the root system of a tree. Most people are looking at the leaves, trying to make them greener, trying to make them bigger. But if the roots are poisoned, all you're doing is killing yourself slowly with a better perspective. Here's what most people believe, and they don't even know they believe it. Someone else is responsible for my success. It's the government's fault. It's the economy's fault. It's my boss. It's my parents. It's my circumstances. That belief system is a cage. And the worst part, it feels true. But truth and reality are not the same thing. Your circumstances might be real, but your philosophy about your circumstances determines whether you're a victim or a victor. Jim Rohn taught us something that most people refuse to accept. You can't reap what you don't sow. This isn't mystical. This isn't spiritual babble. This is agriculture. A farmer doesn't go out in spring and say, I'm wishing for corn. He doesn't sit in his house and imagine a harvest. He doesn't post a picture of corn on social media. He gets up. He prepares the soil. He plants the seed. He waters it. He removes the weeds. He tends it day after day after day. And then he gets a harvest. The farmer knows something you've forgotten. There are no shortcuts in nature. Now, what are you sowing? Are you sowing discipline, or are you sowing habits that keep you weak? Are you sowing knowledge, or are you sowing ignorance? Are you sowing integrity, or are you sowing excuses? Because I want to tell you something that changed my life. You will not rise above the seeds you sow, period. And here's the tragedy. Most people know this. Deep down they know, but they keep asking the wrong question. They keep asking, when will it be easy? They keep asking, when will it be fair? They keep asking, why do I have to do this? But the real question is, what do I need to sow to reap the life I actually want? See, most people are living on a timetable that doesn't exist. They're waiting for the right opportunity, the right moment, the right market,
19,
the right boss,
20.
the right partner. And while they're waiting, someone else is
I
sewing,
must tell you,
someone
ouch,
else
don't
is
touch my
working,
toes.
someone else is
I
building
never thought I was
discipline,
going to do that.
someone else is learning.
Up to 20.
And you know what happens?
But then again,
That person reaps.
my left arm
And then we call them
is
lucky.
the strongest.
But luck is just
Let's see what the
preparation
right
meeting
hand gonna do.
opportunity. And preparation only comes from sowing. Here's a question for you. What would happen to your life if you exercised the same discipline with your goals that you do with your phone?
All right?
Think about that.
3, 2, 1.
When your phone battery is
Let's
low,
go.
you don't say, I'll just wait until it's convenient to charge it.
2,
You find a charger.
3,
You make it happen.
4,
That's discipline.
5,
When you're hungry,
6,
you don't say, I'll
7,
wait until conditions are perfect
8,
to eat. You
9,
find food. That's
10,
discipline. But when it
11,
comes to your dreams,
12,
when it comes to your potential,
13,
when it comes to your future,
14,
suddenly
15,
discipline feels like punishment.
16,
Suddenly
17, we're
it
doing
feels
that.
optional.
18,
Suddenly you're
19,
waiting for motivation.
20. Ah!
Let me
Can
tell
you
you
imagine
something
this?
Jim Rohn knew in his bones. Discipline is not punishment.
We did that.
Discipline is the price of
We
freedom.
did that, my people.
Think about that.
We
The
did
most
that.
free people on the planet are the most disciplined, not the least. The entrepreneur who controls their
That was
time,
good.
that's discipline. The athlete who controls their body, that's discipline. The person who controls their thoughts, that's discipline. And yet, we've been taught to believe that discipline is restrictive. We've been sold a lie. You want to know what's actually restrictive? Debt, addiction, mediocrity, living someone else's life. That's restrictive. But discipline is the narrow gate that leads to freedom. And here's what makes it worse. We don't see the cost of indiscipline. We see it as freedom in the moment. I'm free to sleep in. I'm free to skip the workout. I'm free to eat what I want. But you're not free. You're just deferring the payment, and the bill always comes due. See, I talk to people all the time
Okay.
who are drowning in regret.
We're going to do
They're
20 of
45
them.
years old,
I mean, yeah, 20.
and they say,
100.
I should have started earlier.
Okay?
They're overweight, and they say, I should have started the diet. They're broke, and they say, I should have invested. But it's too late to pay with discipline, so they pay with regret. And regret is much, much more expensive than discipline. Regret costs you the years. Discipline costs you the Netflix subscription. Which one would you choose? I want to tell you a story. It's not new, it's ancient, but it applies to you right now. Two farmers, same village, same soil, same weather, same opportunities. Farmer A wakes up at 4:30 a.m. He's not a morning person, but he does it anyway.
Me too.
That's discipline.
I'm
He
not a
walks his
morning
fields
person.
and checks the soil.
But I'm here
He knows
anyway.
what to look for. That's knowledge.
Okay?
He plants with
Hold
intention,
the feet
not
over there.
randomly, not
Come
hoping,
on.
with intention.
2,
That's clarity.
3,
He waters,
4,
he tends,
5,
he removes weeds.
6,
He does this for
7,
months. No results yet, no
9,
payoff yet.
10,
That's faith.
11,
Farmer B?
12,
Farmer B is sleeping until 8.
14.
Farmer B is checking on his crops once a week. Farmer B is hoping for rain instead of building irrigation. Farmer B is complaining about the market instead of improving his yield. Both farmers wait for the season to end. When the harvest comes, Farmer A has abundance. Farmer B has just enough. Maybe not even that. Farmer B looks at Farmer A and says, "You're so lucky." But it wasn't luck. It was the small decisions compounded over time. It was 4:30 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. It was knowledge instead of guessing. It was daily tending instead of weekly checking. It was intention instead of hope. Now, which farmer are
Okay.
you right now? And
You
here's
ready?
what's critical. You don't
2,
have to be Farmer B
3,
next year. The
1.
season hasn't started
go.
yet. You still have time to
1,
change your philosophy.
2,
You still
3,
have time to start
4,
sowing differently.
5,
But only if you
6,
accept this truth.
7,
You can't be
8,
lazy and rich at the same time.
10.
You can't be
Out.
undisciplined and free at the same time. You can't be negligent and successful at the same time.
6,
Those equations
7,
don't work in nature,
8,
and they don't
9.
work in life.
Ah.
Here's something Jim Rohn said that nobody talks about anymore. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Think about that. School teaches you a job, but it doesn't teach you how to build wealth. It doesn't teach you how to think. It doesn't teach you how to lead. It doesn't teach you how to speak. It doesn't teach you how to sell. It teaches you compliance, and compliance doesn't build empires. So here's the question. After you finish school, do you stop learning?
So we have
Because that's
40
what
in
most
total.
people do.
And we're going
They
to
get their
100.
diploma and they think, okay, I'm
For somebody
educated
else
now.
to do this.
They close the book.
Because
They stop reading.
I
They
am
stop
sweating out
learning.
here.
And you know what that
Thank you
means?
for being here, though.
Their
Thank you
thinking
for being
stops
here.
evolving. Their income stays the same. Their perspective stays frozen in time. But here's the beautiful part. The person who reads 1 book a year isn't more educated than the person who reads 0 books a year. They're transformed. The person who listens to 1 educational podcast a day isn't slightly better
You
informed
ready?
than the person who listens to 0.
20 more.
They're operating
We'll
from
be
a
yelling
completely
too.
different reality.
It's painful.
Because compound learning
is.
is more powerful than any other force in your life.
3,
Think about this.
2,
If you read
1.
1 book a month, that's 12
1,
books a year.
2,
In 10 years,
3,
that's 120
4,
books. You'll
5,
know more about life
6,
than 99% of
7,
the people on the planet.
8,
But we don't
9,
think that way.
10,
We think
11,
1 book won't matter.
12,
True.
13,
1 book won't
14,
matter. But
15,
120
16,
books?
17,
120 books will
18,
rebuild your brain.
19.
So here's
Ah!
what most weak people do.
Ah!
They wait for the perfect book. They wait for the perfect course. They wait for the perfect mentor. But here's what strong people do. They read good books, even if they're not perfect. They take imperfect courses. They learn from imperfect mentors. Because they understand that imperfect education is better than no education. And every single day, they're getting stronger. I want you to understand something that most people get wrong. You don't need a massive transformation. You need a small discipline, multiplied. See, most people look at someone successful and they think, wow, they must have done something huge. But usually that's not true. Usually they did something small, 1,000 times. The person with perfect abs didn't do 1 massive workout. They
We
did
are
a
60
20-minute
now.
workout, over and over and over.
20 more.
The person with $1
we
million
will continue to
didn't
yell.
make 1 massive sale.
It's
They
painful.
made small sales, consistently, over time. The person with an amazing relationship didn't have 1 perfect moment. They had 10,000 small moments of kindness, patience.
That feeling you get when you're getting an incredible deal. When you're spending less and getting more. When every aisle
Relationship didn't have 1 perfect moment. They had 10,000 small moments of kindness, patience, and presence. This is what kills most people's dreams. They're waiting for the big break. But big breaks don't exist. What exists is small disciplines repeated. So here's what I want you to understand. You
11,
don't need to be amazing at everything.
13,
You need to be
14,
disciplined at a few
15,
things.
16,
Just a few things.
17, 18.
What if you committed to reading 20 minutes a day, exercise 30 minutes a day, 1 difficult conversation or important task per day, investing 1 hour a day in your skill? That's it. That's barely anything. That's only 2 hours a day. And yet, in 1 year, you would have read 30 plus books. You would have worked out 180 plus hours. You would have completed 365 difficult conversations or tasks. You would have invested 365 hours into mastery. Do you understand what you would become? You wouldn't be the same person. You wouldn't recognize
Okay.
yourself. But
20
here's
more.
the catch. It's
The
not
last
easy.
20 to make it
Not because it's
100.
hard, but because it's boring.
Can you
It's
believe
not
it?
glamorous. It's not
Can
exciting.
you believe it?
It's just showing
We're
up
making it to 100.
day after day
Ah.
after day. And that's why most people won't do it.
What time
Because
is
they're
it to
waiting
you,
for
dear,
it to feel
please?
good. They're waiting
time
for
is it?
motivation. They're
I have
waiting
to go
for
to church.
inspiration. But
What time is
discipline
it
isn't
to you,
about
dear?
feeling good. Discipline is
Are you
about
in
doing
the
the thing
East Coast?
anyway.
I'm in
Let
the
me
East
tell you
Coast.
about the most dangerous
Please
word
tell
in
me
the
your
English
time.
language.
No, what time it is to me.
Later. Later I'll start that business.
Please
Later
tell
I'll
me
go
what
back
time
to
is it.
school. Later I'll fix the relationship. Later I'll get healthy. Later I'll learn that skill. And years go by.
20 more.
And later becomes
The last
never.
20.
See, right now you think you have unlimited time. You think, I'm young, I can start next year. But you're not thinking about the math. Let's say you're 30 years old. Let's say you live to 90. That's 60 years
3,
left. That
2,
sounds like a lot.
1.
Until you break it
Let's
down.
go.
60
1,
years is 30 times
2,
what you've already
3,
lived. But if you've
4,
spent the last 30 years
5,
sleeping,
6,
eating,
7,
working, and not building.
9,
Why would the next 30 be different?
11,
Most people
12,
don't change because they don't
13,
feel the urgency.
14,
They think,
15,
I'll do it when I'm
16,
ready. But
17,
readiness is a feeling,
18.
not a condition. The condition is now. The
Ah.
condition is always now. And the person who understands that will be a completely different person in 5 years than the person who's still waiting. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to fast forward to 2031. 5 years from now. What does your life look like? Are you the same person, or are you someone completely different?
I would like to be
Now,
this.
here's the
complete
hard part.
person.
That difference you're imagining, that only happens if you start now. Not when you feel ready. Not when the time is right. Not when the conditions are perfect. Now. Because every day you wait is a day that person you want to become is not being built. Think about it like this. If you wanted to build a house, would you wait until you felt like it? No. You'd hire a contractor. You'd break ground. You'd start building. But for your life, for your character, for your skills, you're waiting for a feeling. And that feeling will never come. Because feelings follow action. They don't precede it. One of the most misunderstood things about life is this. Failure is not permanent. It's a season. See, most people treat failure like it's a destination. They fail once and they think, okay, I'm a failure. And they never try again. But that's not how nature works. Winter always comes. Every single year. Sometimes it's harsh. Sometimes it's mild. But it always comes. And farmers don't stop being farmers because winter exists. They understand. Winter is a season. Spring will come.
11.
But here's what most people do. They experience one winter, one loss, one mistake, one setback,
17.
and they forget about spring. They forget that seasons change. So they give up. And they say things like, I tried, and it didn't work. So I'm not meant to succeed. I failed once, so I'm a failure. The economy is bad right now, so there's no point in trying. But all of that is just a misunderstanding of seasons. Here's what strong people know. Winter teaches you how to prepare for spring. Loss teaches you how to value what you have. Failure teaches you what doesn't work, so you can try what does. So the question isn't, will I face a difficult season? The question is, what will I learn during this season that makes me stronger?
7.
Because every season serves a purpose. Right now, maybe you're in a winter. Maybe business is slow.
11.
Maybe the relationship is hard. Maybe the goal seems impossible. But that's just a season. And if you understand that, you don't despair.
I love
You
the
prepare.
breeze.
You learn.
I love the
You
breeze.
build. You strengthen your roots so that when spring comes, you're ready. Most people do the opposite. They despair in winter and they squander spring. Then they blame the calendar for their failure. Here's something nobody wants to hear.
They blame
You
the
can't
calendar.
change the other person. You can't change the government. You can't change the economy. You can't change the past. You can only change you. But that's the hardest thing to accept, isn't it? Because it means the power was always in your hands. And if the power was always in your hands, then
Let's go.
whose fault is this?
Another 20.
That's the realization that transforms people.
What time is it?
I talk
please?
to people
Somebody-
who are broke,
What
and they
time is
say,
it?
the
I need
system
to
is
know, please.
rigged. Maybe it is.
I have to go
But
to
you're still
church.
broke, aren't you? I talk to people who are unhealthy, and they say, food companies are evil. Maybe they are, but you're still unhealthy, aren't you? I talk to people who are lonely, and they say, people don't understand me. Maybe they don't, but you're still lonely, aren't you? And at some point, you have to ask yourself, are these problems or are these excuses? Because there's a difference. A problem is something external that affects you. An excuse is something external that you use to avoid responsibility. And here's the dangerous part. You can talk about problems all day. Other people will listen. Other people will sympathize. Other people will validate your victim story.
Okay.
And it will feel good.
Let's go.
It will feel like you have
20
allies.
more.
But it won't change
What time
anything.
is it?
Because the only
3,
person who
2,
can
1,
change
let's
your
go.
life is you.
I saw the thinning on the top. I saw the shedding. I was like, what? I knew that
Commercial,
Nutrafol was
commercial,
working
commercial.
because I was seeing less.
The only person who can change your life is you.
It's you.
So here's what I'm asking you to do. Stop blaming the mirror for what you see. The mirror isn't bad. The mirror is just honest. And if you don't like what you see, the solution isn't to break the mirror. The solution is to change what you're reflecting. That means if you're broke, stop blaming the economy and start blaming your spending habits. If you're unhealthy, stop blaming your genes and start blaming your choices. If you're lonely, stop blaming other people and start blaming your vulnerability. Because the moment you take responsibility, you take power. And the moment you take power, you can change things. I want to tell you something about identity.
We have to do up to 100.
Your identity isn't
I don't know
something
how
you're
many we
born
have
with.
so far.
It's something you
But
build.
let's say we have 40 now.
And
Let's
you
do
build it
60
one day
more.
at a time.
What time is
See,
it? I have to
people
go to
think they can
church.
be one person during the week and a different person on the weekend. They think they can be irresponsible now
I have
and
to go to
responsible later. They think they can have one identity for their job and another identity for their personal life. But that's not how identity works.
Okay?
Identity
3,
is the sum
2,
total
1,
of the
let's go.
decisions you make.
1,
Every decision either builds you or breaks you.
3.
So when you hit the snooze button instead of getting up, you're voting for laziness. When you eat the whole pizza instead of eating one slice, you're voting for indulgence.
9.
When you avoid the difficult conversation instead of having it, you're voting for cowardice. And do it once, nobody cares. Do it 100 times, now you're a lazy, indulgent, cowardly person. That's not judgment, that's just math. But here's the beautiful part. The opposite is also true. When you get up early, you're voting for discipline. When you stop after one slice, you're voting for wisdom. When you have the difficult conversation, you're voting for courage. Do it once, nobody cares. Do it 100 times, now you're a disciplined,
Let's go.
wise, courageous
We have
person.
50 more to go.
That's your real identity. Not what you tell people, not what you post on social media, but what you actually do when nobody's watching. So here's the question. What identity are you building? Because that identity is the one that will
4,
determine your results.
5,
Jim Rohn called this the slight edge. It's not
7,
about massive change. It's
8,
about making better decisions than
9,
average.
10,
And you don't need to make better decisions than
11,
the best people on the planet.
12,
You just need to make better decisions than
13,
average. That's
14,
it. If 50% of people wake up early and 50% hit snooze, and you choose to wake up early,
18,
you're in the top 50%.
19,
But most people don't even do that.
20.
They choose the snooze button, and then they wonder why they're not successful. But successful people don't wake up every morning and think, wow, I'm so disciplined. They just wake up. They just do it. They just keep building. And one day, they wake up, and they're a completely different person than they were 5 years ago. And that person is free. I want to paint you a picture. Imagine that your life is a building. Your foundation is your philosophy, what you believe about yourself and the world. Your walls are your habits, what you do every single day. Your roof is your results, the life you're living. Now, most people focus on the roof.
Let's
They
go.
try to change the results without changing
20,
the
another
foundation
20.
or the walls. And it doesn't work. A beautiful roof on a bad foundation is just an expensive disaster waiting to happen. So let me ask you, what is your foundation? Do you believe you're capable? Do you believe you deserve success?
4,
Do you believe you can change?
5,
Do you believe the effort is
6,
worth the result?
7,
Because if your foundation is built on doubt, fear, and
8,
blame, then no amount of
9,
work will save you. But if your foundation is built on
11,
responsibility, capability,
12,
and vision, then you become
13,
unstoppable.
14,
Now, given your foundation,
15,
what walls are you building?
16,
Are you building walls of discipline
17,
or walls of procrastination? Are you building
19,
walls of learning
20.
or walls of ignorance?
Ah,
Are you building walls of
more.
action or walls
10
of
more.
waiting? Because those walls
then I
will
will
hold
tell
up
you
your
something
roof.
special.
And the roof that sits on
Something
top,
costing me pain.
the results you're living
I'll
right
let you know
now,
after the 10
that's
more.
just the physical manifestation of what's underneath. You can't have a nice roof on a bad foundation. You can't have results you love when your habits are killing you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get really honest about your foundation and your walls.
Okay.
Don't tell me what you wish
There
your
we go.
foundation was. Tell me
3,
what it
2,
actually
1.
is.
10 more.
Don't tell
Let's
me
go.
what habits you wish you had.
Let's go.
Tell me what habits you actually practice. Because that's the only way to change.
1,
You have to see the truth. And then you have to be
3,
willing to rebuild. And
4,
rebuilding is not fun.
5,
Rebuilding is not quick.
6,
Rebuilding is not easy.
7,
But it's the only way to change the
8,
roof. I want to talk to you
9,
about who you're becoming.
10.
Not who you are. Not who you were, but who you're
Oh my
becoming.
God.
Because right now, you're in the process of becoming
I'm in
someone.
pain here.
That process doesn't stop. It
thing
continues
is a little
whether
bit
you're
rough.
aware of it or not.
On the dead
The question
direction
is,
rough.
are you becoming someone you
caused me a lot of
admire
pain.
or someone
And
you're
I'm glad I was
disappointed
able
by?
to suck it up like a
Because
big
1
girl.
year from now, you will be a
Okay?
different person. 2 years from now, you will be transformed. 5 years from now, you'll barely recognize yourself. But only if you're conscious about the transformation. Only if you're intentional. Only if you're taking responsibility for the person you're becoming. Most
My people, I came out here to encourage you that anything we want, once we put our mind into it, it is ours. Okay? There's no way you can transform yourself without pushing yourself, without waking up every morning to do the uncomfortable things. And that's what I do. Many mornings I wake up and I do the uncomfortable thing, working on myself, sweating, confessing. All right? It's hard, complaining. Okay? But I still do it anyway. So then I turn the camera on to encourage you that you can do it too. All right? Even though it's hard, it's painful, but you can do it too. So with that being said, I thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay? I hope and pray that you will be encouraged to get up every morning to move. Just move your body. Okay? I'm going to play that thing again. What we're listening to, I'm going to play again. And then we'll go over all the exercises that we did this morning so that we know, you know that we came here and we actually did something. Okay? So let's do that.
Most people just let it happen. They become bitter because they were disappointed over and over. They become weak because they quit too many times. They become small because they played it safe. And then they say, "This is just who I am." But that's not true. That's who you became. And you can become someone different.
Wait, you can declutter on Vinted? Yep, earn cash from homeware.
That's who I am. But that's not true. That's who you became. And you can become someone different. Starting now. See, the person you want to become is not waiting for the perfect conditions. They're waiting for the decision. They're waiting for you to look in the mirror and say, enough. Not enough as in I'm done, but enough as in I'm ready. Ready to change. Ready to grow. Ready to become someone new. Because right now, you're carrying around an old version of yourself like a weight. You're telling old stories about why you can't. You're reinforcing old beliefs about what you're limited to. You're defending an old identity that doesn't serve you anymore. And you're calling it loyalty. You're calling it consistency. You're calling it being realistic. But it's just fear. Fear that if you try, you might fail. Fear that if you change, people won't recognize you. Fear that the new version of you might be too much. But here's what I know. The person you want to become is worth the fear. The future version of you, healthy, successful, free, capable, is worth the temporary discomfort of change. And change will be uncomfortable. It will be hard. It will require you to do things you don't feel like doing. But that's not a reason to stay the same. That's a reason to go all in. Now I want to give you something practical. I want to give you the daily practice that will rebuild your life. This isn't magical. This isn't complicated. But it works. And it works because it's based on philosophy, not motivation. Here's the practice. Every single morning. 1. You wake up 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. 2. You spend 10 minutes in silence. No phone, no noise, just you and your thoughts. 3. You reflect on this. Who do I need to become today to move toward the life I want? 4. You spend 20 minutes on one of these. Read, write, listen to something educational, or exercise. That's it. That's the entire practice. 30 minutes. Now, why this works? The silence reconnects you to your values. The reflection puts you in control of your identity. The practice, reading, writing, listening, moving, compounds over time. And here's the thing. If you do this every single day, you'll change. Not because you're special, not because you have more talent than anyone else, but because you're being consistent. Most people read one book and expect their life to change. Most people go to the gym once and expect to get fit. Most people go to therapy once and expect to be healed. But change doesn't work that way. Change works through repetition. Change works through doing the thing even when it's boring. Even when it doesn't feel motivating. Even when you can't see the results yet. That's the whole game. And after 30 days of this practice, you'll feel different. After 90 days, people will notice. After 365 days, you'll be a completely different person. And that different person will have a completely different life. But it all starts with the decision to wake up 30 minutes earlier. I want to tell you something about perspective. Everything you see depends on where you're standing. From where a child stands, an adult is powerful and scary. From where an adult stands, a parent is powerless and disappointing. From where a billion-dollar company stands, a million-dollar company seems small. From where a million-dollar company stands, a billionaire seems unreachable. But they're all just looking at different parts of the same reality. And what's powerful about this is this. You can shift your perspective. You can choose to look at your current situation as evidence of why you'll fail. Or you can choose to look at it as evidence that you need to change. Both perspectives are true, but one perspective keeps you stuck, and the other perspective liberates you. See, when you're broke, you can think, I'll never have money. Look at where I am. Or you can think, I'm here because I didn't know how to make money, but I can learn. Same situation, different perspective, different results. When you're out of shape, you can think, this is just how my body is. Or you can think, this is what happens when I don't prioritize health. I can change this. When you're alone, you can think, I'm unlovable. Or you can think, I haven't learned how to connect with people. I can learn. The situation doesn't change, but your power in that situation changes when your perspective changes. And that power is what creates momentum. That power is what makes you dangerous to your own limitations. I want to say something to you that might hurt. The version of you that exists today, that version is not going to get you to where you want to go. That version is who created your current situation, and you can't get a different result from the same person. So you have to change. And the good news is, you already know that. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. Because some part of you is dying to become someone new. Some part of you is tired of the excuses. Some part of you is tired of waiting. Some part of you is tired of being small. Then that part of you is right. So here's my question. What are you going to do? Are you going to forget what you just heard? Are you going to go back to your old life and pretend this didn't hit you? Or are you going to choose to become someone new?
Thank you very much for being here. Your being here is appreciated. The person says, hey, something. That means we're in the same time zone. Let me go take a shower and go to church. Thank you, thank you. My goal is to motivate you. I am so tired. I partied so hard over the weekend. I had my daughter's 18th birthday party and a graduation, high school graduate, and 18th birthday. It was beautiful. I yell, I dance, I'm tired, I'm everything. But then again, I have to wake up and work on myself a little bit. And I did. And you were able to show up too, to watch me work out. And I hope and pray that you're inspired to work on yourself as well. I will see you later, okay? Thank you for being here and appreciate it. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that the next time I come on, you will know, and we'll continue to build that relationship. If you have a page, or if you have a channel here too that you want me to follow, let me know. I will follow and I vibe with you. Okay, we have to build each other up for the better. Okay, until then, I will see you. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Your being here is everything, and it will forever be everything. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye bye. God bless. Bye. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Let's continue to take it ourselves, okay? You have a great, great day, great Sunday, a wonderful week ahead of us. And may God continue to preserve us. May we live to see our grandchildren and great grandchildren in good health and a sound mind. Okay? Thank you. Thank you plenty. Bye bye. Bye.